Hello people, my name is Rage and welcome one and all to the next episode of Minecraft Quick Build Challenge, and today we look to the tales of old, the legends of ancient times, the myths that would drive children to sleepless terrified nights and grown men to shiver in fear. Behold of the fearsome men shivering about children in the night as they fearsomely wear armor and fight the men to the shivering children of bold men in armor. I've lost the point of what I was saying here. Actually, I think I got sidetracked somewhere. I wanted to keep like the epic speech going on of myths and like monsters and terrifying stories and gods and legends and how they would make men tremble and children be scared, and I just ended up talking about literally nothing. Alright guys, myths is the topic for today, one of my favorite ever subjects, so I am excited for this. The winner of last week was Wazam7 with 813 with his exploding toad monster, although I did come very close with my sort of Raffaloth. Shoot, twist, do it, sir, do it, Rolander! Good, Rolander, you did it, I'm proud of you. Rage says, good old-fashioned I hate people who do that so much. Oh, he's looking at the twist. How about I go in front of him and make it so we can't read the sign? So every now and then I will say, Rage says, do something, we all must do it, and if not, you lose votes. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. 12 minutes placed on the clock as we begin. Now I'm going to do this very specific myth today, a very specific legend, a tale that has been told throughout the ages, often finding its way into myth books, and gives us the origin of 2 words, and I will be tattling that tale to you today, as it's only fair that I become an old sort of soothsayer of myths as I spin yarns of half-truths, making you question yourself, maybe making you think that reality is not as you first thought it was. Ooh, as I make the most interesting looking ground in Minecraft. Boom, build done, vote 1, I'm out, bitch. No. Okay, so we begin our tale with a bright and young, sprightly wood sprite. Makes sense that, wood sprites are sprightly. No, sorry, wood nymph, I guess, is a more accurate term to coin. And she was called Echo. Now, Echo, the wood nymph, was constantly talking. She always had to have the last word, which, as you can imagine, in Greek times did not really endear you with the gods that much. And one day, through Echo's incessant gibbering and talking and jabbering and downright just shut up, woman, she allowed Zeus to escape Hera's wrath after he committed adultery once more, and in punishment for this, Hera cursed Echo to lose her voice and only ever be able to repeat what was said back to her. So basically, she became the very first person who's really irritating and just says what you said back to them like a childish bastard, and that is why she was called Echo. So for example, if I said, "Hey Echo, how are you?" she could only ever say back to me, "Hey Echo, how are you?" And that is Echo. So one day, Echo fell in love with a... By the way, no, actually, I'll get to that later. I'll save the big reveal for later. So one day, Echo was rolling through the trees, being all upset at the grief of not being able to speak anymore like she enjoyed, and she found a man called Narcissus running through the trees, and she fell in love with Narcissus, for he was one of the most handsome men to have ever lived. And Narcissus knew this himself. In fact, he knew that women chased him everywhere, and he enjoyed this very much, and he saw Echo and decided that she was indeed a very beautiful wood nymph, despite the back skin and leaves growing out of her head. It was weird times, and then they fell madly in love, but Echo could not could not return the love, for she could not say anything other than what he said to her, and this angered Narcissus because he did not know of her curse and thought she was merely toying with him. He would say to her, "Why do you hurt me?" and she could only ever say back, "Why do you hurt me?" and he became the world's first victim to that annoying thing people do when they repeat back what you're saying to them. And he eventually got very angry with her, and this made her very, very upset, and eventually he said, "Get off me!" and cast her away, and she ran and ran, returned to the mountains where she died from grief. Yep, she died from grief, and disappeared and became one with the earth, and all you can hear today of Echo is when you say something in a loud place and you get a faint whisper of what you just said. That is Echo, and the origin of why we have Echo. Screw the science bullshit! And then Narcissus, having successfully killed a person to death with rejecting them, continued on his way, falling in love with many nymphs, but eventually spurring them, as he could not be contained to a single nymph. And then one day he found a pond in the woods, the pond that I've been building this entire time. And upon arriving at the pond, Narcissus, this is Narcissus by the way, look, he's got golden flowing locks of hair. Yep, look at him doing pretty well. He would look into the pond, and what he saw was a reflection of himself, and he found this reflection to be so beautiful that he instantly fell in love with himself. He could not bear to be with anyone but his own reflection, but every time he bent down and tried to kiss his own reflection, he tried to touch it, tried to caress it, it would disappear, for of course it was only a reflection, and this angered him, and this made him upset. All the nymphs in the surrounding area mourned him, for he could not be broken free from this curse of being in love with his own reflection. And eventually he stayed there for long until he died of hunger and grief, for he could not move for fear. That looks like he's got a massive growth on his back. Let's not do that, but I do need to give him the armor he would have been wearing, which was white and tipped with gold, as he was an important fellow. And then we'll put those down his back, more whitey armor stuff, and then the tassels falling down. There we go, and okay, we've made Narcissus's sort of outfit thing. Just gonna assume this is how he was dressed. Honestly, I'm not really gonna make a big deal out of it. Let's just say he was half naked with a kind of cloak thing on his back. I think that's probably better. Yeah, we'll just say he was wearing a white or gold cloak while really naked. Let's not be childish. Let's not be childish. So eventually Narcissus died while looking at his own reflection, and he was forever remembered as a douchebag. But that is where we get the term. That is where we get the term narcissistic from, to be obsessed with oneself, from this man who fell in love and died to his own reflection. And so ends the story of Narcissus and Echo. 5 mins 30. And let's do a rage says. I got a little bit rage says. Rage says, no flying. No, wait, no flying for 20 seconds. Go! Drop to the floor. The 20 seconds begins with no flying. And the story does... Oh, shit, instantly, nearly fucked up there. And the story does not quite end there, for where Narcissus died, flowers grew in its place, as the nymphs that all had fallen in love and been spurred remembered him with the flowers that they grew. And you may fly... Flee me lay again, fly again. There, I've tried my best, guys. I tried my best. So if I just put lots of flowers around our man Narcissus as he is staring at his own reflection. Best drawing you've ever, best person looking at their own reflection you've ever seen, by the way. And then what I'm going to do in I realize it's not a really ridiculously quality build, but I just kind of wanted to build a cool story while telling the story. It just amused me, so there you go. Judge it however you will. And then far in the distance, I say far in the distance, this is going to be Echo's mountain, where she ran off and died of grief. Just dying of grief. I mean, good grief. Good grief. Do any of you guys have any favourite myths and legends? I mean, the story of Narcissus is not my favourite, but it is quite a beautifully tragic one, isn't it? It's quite poignant. Poignant. I hate that word, but I also kind of like that word. What is the word? What does the word say? That's how I roll. So we'll build the mountain around like this, so you can't see that it's a fox mounting. Yes, using clever camera techniques, it looks like a real mountain. And then over here, we shall build Echo as she fades out onto the breeze. And then I'm going to get green glass. There we go. That's lovely. Some brown and some pink. And this is going to be Echo fading out in the mountain. That was her head, and then fence. She's not quite fully faded out. She still has her arms, and she has a massive pink head. And then we're going to get some vines. Yes, we want some vines. And I might decorate the general area as well, actually, now that I think about it. Just because, you know, give it a little bit of extra colour. And then put some vines in places, make it look a little bit more overgrown. And then she's going to have vines surrounding her as she does the things. And we'll just have that as Echo fading out. The pink head thing doesn't really work. So that's Echo in the mountains, echoing away. And I might actually do this via doing a note block of just constant... Oh yeah, what I'm going to do is if I put a note block here and then a pressure plate over here, then... Oh, what? I thought that would trigger it like a little, like you could hear a echo whenever you walk. I'm just going to assume that works, and you get my idea, because it's a freaking badass idea. Rage says, compliment, vote free. So we all have to compliment vote free. It's not completely terrible. He had to compliment himself. Brilliant. Alright, let's build some non-dead wood nymphs. I think that makes sense. Through the ones that mourn Narcissus' passing. Okay, so they're going to be green and then brown on top. So these are going to be the wood nymphs mourning him as he dies. These are only going to be little ones because they are little spritey things, you know. And then if we get some fence and actually give them arms. Yeah, there we go. These are the wood nymphs surrounding the pond. The totally beautiful wood nymphs that they were. Completely and utterly. 1 min remaining. There we go. I mean, I've liked my build today. It's nothing crazy, but it represents the myth, and I've had fun. And then these wood nymphs are going to have really ridiculously attractive heads. I think that's what we're gonna give them. See, look, you can just tell, aren't they just beautiful? Just the best wood nymphs you've ever seen. I think they're really quite good. So how else can we decorate this? We've got the spirit of Echo leading up to the mountain. We have a cool ground type area, if I do say so myself. Build it around here just a little bit, give it a little bit more sort of oomph to it. There we go. Let's get rid of that, put that there, let's put this up to there. And what else can I do? The tail, he sees his reflection in the pond. I do like that, though. I do like that. Unfortunately, there's no real way of me giving him eyes, but I did try. Oh, wait, he's like... That makes it look like his hair is attached to his neck. That's a little bit on the weird side. Probably don't want to do that. Rage says... Fly high for 5 seconds solidly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rage says drop fast. Go! Yeah! And stop. The time is up. The build is over and finished. The story of Echo and Narcissus, my creation today. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different style where I just tattled a tale. Ah, good. I've enjoyed this quick build. This has been fun. So over in Vote 1, we have, of course, the tale of Echo. Narcissus looking at his reflection, Echo fading out from grief on the mountains, and the other wood nymphs surrounding him in this beautiful grove and pond. Yes, and over in Vote 2, we have a giant-ass rock. I'm assuming I can go in the giant-ass rock, otherwise this is very, very bad. Okay. So there's a lot of redstone going on in here. Holy crap. So I'm assuming I do actually need to open this chest. Boom. I opened the chest. Okay. Wait for it. I'm waiting for it. Wait for it. Wait. Okay. I'm on my way. On my way. Yep. Okay. Behold. Behold. Thing went in there. And then it turned into gold. Okay, he's made a lead into gold machine. Very good. That is, of course, the legend of alchemy. And then over in here we have, boom, makes a chicken. Good. And then tries to set the chicken on fire. We have like a water snaky dragon type thing coming up. That is quite the monster. And then we have a giant like wolf, like Fenrir, an ice wolf, giant ice wolf. And then we've got this like tortoise obsidian thing. So, I mean, generally, definitely myths and legends going on there. And then finally in vote 4, that was vote 3. And then in vote 4, we have the sort of Sphinx thing, but there's like magical power mist coming out his eyes, like he's about to get up and start moving. The detail is there. It actually looks like he's crouched and ready to pounce like a crawling titan. That's quite creepy. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Vote 1 for my story, vote 2 for Lead to Gold, vote 3 for Monster Medley, and vote 4 for Living Sphinx. My name has been Rage. Remember to like if you've enjoyed this. It really does help, and I do appreciate it, guys. And subscribe for more. Oh, goodbye. You've been watching